It all started in 2018 when Clayton County Energy District had a Non-Taxable Entities Workshop in Elkader. I went to that with our Wetland Center Director, Alicia. It was very informative. We were able to talk and meet with vendors there. And then I came back and started talking to the Public Works Superintendent, Jason Sullivan, about, hey, is there any place in Marquette where you think solar might work? And he suggested our well number 4. It had good southern exposure. It had lots of extra land. And so we started looking at it. We contacted 3 of the vendors that we had met at the workshop and started from there. It was a pretty easy process. You just send them your electric bills and then the contractors and vendors usually do the work. They're very helpful. You just send them your electric bill. They come out and take a look at the site for no charge. They put together a presentation on how much they think you can potentially save. They're willing to come and they talk to council. They
answered tons of questions. He would come back at every council meeting, month after month it seemed like, and be asked the same questions and give the same answers. And I think it just took a while for the city council to kind of be bought over that this was a good idea. Let's hop in here.
Yeah, the new project took a few months for city council to get on board with. But then once it was done and they realized what the savings was by the next budget year, when we were sitting down doing the budget and they realized how much money they were saving on electric costs annually, they came back and said, well, shoot, can we use this on every time we were talking about a different building, they'd say, can we use solar on that project? Eagle Point came out and they actually gave us a proposal on 6 different things. We looked at the City Hall building, another well, and that's what led to the Wetland Center, the police station, and the sewer plant.
Might have taken a little while to get the council on board, but once they could actually see the first project done, then they were as excited as we were to continue forward.
There's an app online, so you can actually log into the app and you can watch how much solar you're generating in a day or by month or however you want to kind of track it. The Wetland Center is our environmental educational area. They love the solar. Their electric bill now is $15 a month, and it just is encouraging for them out there. Alicia really enjoys knowing that solar is heating their building.
So you can see there's lots of options. There's where you can put it on a roof, where it's this one was put right into the ground because the ground was stable enough there or soft enough to actually get into, and then this one they were able to use, they put the concrete blocks on.
The solar array for the sewer plant is on Department of Transportation property, and so we did get an easement from them and we worked with the DOT. And because of the ground was so rocky, we went with the concrete ballasts instead of the metal poles that bore into the ground. There's 392 panels that offset the electricity for the sewer plant at a 76% efficiency. So that will save the city of Marquette a lot of money in electricity just in the sewer plant alone.
We had a lot of council members that were concerned about the aesthetics of driving into Marquette and your view would be blocked and you might not get to see the hills quite as quick as you normally would. You don't even know it's sitting there. People come to town and you ask them about it. Well, I didn't notice it. So it just kind of blends right in. We're pleased that the DOT was willing to work with us.
The city council really approved the projects because of the money that they would save. The added benefit of the number of trees that they're saving and lowering the carbon footprint is a plus, but it came down to the fiscal responsibility to the taxpayers. keeping the property tax lower and the water rates lower.
So if we look at that sewer plant project alone, that was the cost of that project was just over $300,000. The cash gain in 25 years is almost $750,000 right there in tax savings, and because they're going to have to pay an electricity bill in order to operate a sewer plant and provide that city amenity. I can't imagine a modern city without being able to have the sewer services. So a $300,000 outlay will be paid for in 10.6 years, and the cash gain on that is $750,000.
Well, we were looking at probably a 25 to 30% increase in sewer rates. Now that's gone. They don't have to worry about that increase. And the water is making money now just by the solar installation. Sewer is going to be pretty close to breaking even. But if we do look at a rate increase, probably be like 2 or 3%. That's much different than 30.
So if that amount of solar that is generated from all of their panels, if it was equivalent to an amount of homes it can power, this is what it is for each year. So altogether, it's like the equivalent of powering 587 homes from solar.
Most city entities, most non-taxable entities are not financially positioned in order to just finance solar outright. And so the power purchase agreement scheme works very, very well, but it only makes sense when there's a tax credit. Otherwise, it's just, you're not going to find that third-party investor to invest in a project like that. What we're really seeing here is, solar is strengthening our communities. By spending less on energy, they're able to free up their expenses, their capital, to invest in other city projects to make for stronger communities.
And I did have somebody look at me and say, why did you even look into this? We didn't ask you to look into this. Why are you checking this out? But then when they realized the savings, it was just like night and day. Then they're like, oh, can we save money here? Can we save money here? The staff has been working hard to be energy efficient and to lower our footprint.